Nigerian people speak English. Pakistani people
speak English.
Indian people speak English. Why are they not in the teaching materials? But my research is also about, or my research has been about immigrants and what motivates them and what their journeys were, and also how they integrate and what they need. And I've also collected data on how education is important, and what a lot of people, many people immigrate because they want better education for their kids. You know, there's a lot of reasons why immigration happens, and sometimes it's economic, and sometimes it's political, like when there's a, fatwa, that you have to leave to survive, for your life. Buongiorno. Caffè?
Per me un caffè macchiato, per favore.
Perfetto. Anche per me, grazie.
Grazie.
Può portare un po' di acqua del sindaco?
Certo.
Grazie.
Acqua del sindaco, acqua del sindaco.
Acqua del sindaco è quella del rubinetto.
Ah, ok.
Yeah. Non acqua del
non bottiglia,
compagnia,
non bottiglia.
No, aghe del sindaco. In friulano, it's acqua. Acqua in friulano is aghe. Aghe del sindaco. Acqua del sindaco, aghe del sindaco, yeah.
Le giornate, hai imparato anche il friulano?
And friulano, yeah. Okay, so
for now the topic is, so I would ask.
You asked me about, does school teach best methods of learning foreign languages?
Yes.
And I was telling you about how there are two ways, there's so many ways to start answering that question. And I said to you, which country are you talking about? And you said generally.
Generally, school all over the world teaches language or foreign language in a better way, or no? As a teacher, what's your point of view?
Okay, well,
school teaches more, or environment teaches more a language?
Okay, well, firstly, a language is something that we acquire. If you're talking about how humans acquire language, it's different from talking about teaching languages. So I can guarantee you, if you go to a country and are surrounded by the language, even anybody, even without studying, you learn a language. Okay, so the environment teaches. But schools can then integrate that. And in our last conversation, we talked about that. I think that the study of the language is a completely different thing to the learning of a language. Right?
Yes.
Now, if you learn the language in a country, you learn a lot about culture.
Of course, culture.
Okay. Now, if you learn a language from books, you only learn about the parts of the culture that are included in the book.
Only the context from books.
Well, you can't, and a lot of language learners are not aware of the enormous lack of cultural information that's contained in the books. My feeling is, and my studies have shown, and certainly my students and people I know have referred to me, they studied English for 12 or 13 years in Italy at school, and then they go to England and they can't understand people.
Well, why is that?
Because the materials in the book don't give any access to contexts outside.
But while students learn English in schools, they also interact with teachers, English teachers, or no?
You can study literature and become an English teacher. But the literature that you've studied, where are the writers from? Who are they? What kind of language do they use? Most people I know only know Charles Dickens and Jane Austen. They don't know. They don't know about other voices or other types. If you're lucky, some people may have studied some Irish writers. James Joyce is a classic. I hear people talk about James Joyce.
From Trieste.
Well, he lived in Trieste. Yeah. So people are interested in James Joyce. But you don't often hear of people who've studied English literature at an undergraduate degree level. I'm talking a normal degree, where they have in Italy, where they have studied writers from African countries or from India or from Australia or New Zealand. Very few. And you don't hear about people studying indigenous writers as much, like maybe from New Zealand or Australia. And my feeling is that is necessary.
Of course.
Okay, it should be a balanced view. And if you think, like, Ghanaian people speak English, Nigerian people speak English, Pakistani people speak English, Indian people speak English, why are they not in the teaching materials? Does that make sense? I feel that it's very politically incorrect and not appropriate to globalized 2022. So there are many, many, many varieties of English that are not recognized in the materials. My question is... Grazie mille. Grazie. Sì,
Grazie.
integrale se c'è. Gentilissima, grazie.
Anche per me.